Contrary to the opinions of social sunbathers everywhere, there's actually no better time to go to the beach than when you're alone. When it's just you, the sprawling sand and the crashing waves, it's easier to unwind and really connect with nature. Of course, it's incredibly rare to have the beach all to yourself, but when it happens, it's a moment to be savored. At least that's what Clint Blevins thought when he came across a completely abandoned Daytona Beach. It was unusual to see the normally packed beach so quiet, but he certainly wasn't going to waste the moment. When he started filming the strange sight, however, he suddenly realized that there was a good reason that everyone had fled. There's nothing better than heading to the beach during those blazing hot summer months. With your toes in the warm sand and the rhythmic sound of the waves lapping at the shore, it's truly a relaxing moment. Clint Blevins of Daytona Beach, Florida, knew this feeling all too well. When the heat becomes unbearable in sunny Florida, his gut reaction, like most folks, was to head to the famous shore to relax and cool off. But a day at the beach isn't always relaxing. Anyone visiting Daytona Beach can attest to the flurry of sunbathers and families crowding the shoreline. Everyone wants to find the best spot on the beach to lay their towels and coolers. Yet on one of Clint's trips, things were surprisingly a lot different than he was used to. When Clint arrived at Daytona Beach one day, he found a startling sight. It was completely empty. Sure, it was an overcast day, but he expected to see at least a few people wandering the shoreline. As he hopped out of his car and admired the waves from a distance, he decided to start filming the desolate ocean. He found the entire scene to be a tad eerie. Nevertheless, he was enjoying the peace and quiet. It was better than seeing thousands of people fighting over the same square patches of sand. He continued to film the peaceful beach, not realizing that he would soon receive a shocking reminder why visiting the beach in rainy conditions can be a bad idea. Even though it wasn't raining directly on him, Clint's camera was picking up what appeared to be heavy rainfall in the distance. Still, a little bad weather wasn't anything new to Florida, right? Not a day went by when there wasn't some sort of rainstorm. Not a moment later, Clint got the shock of his life. A giant bolt of lightning struck the ocean in front of him. He realized exactly why everyone else had been smart to avoid the beach that day. Even though the sight shook him, it was merely a precursor for what was about to happen next. Just a fraction of a second later, another bolt of lightning crashed down into the water, this time much closer than the last, and much, much bigger. It looked almost fake, like the kind of lightning that initiates the final act in a Hollywood natural disaster film. Clint couldn't believe his eyes. The gigantic bolt of lightning completely illuminated the gray sky for several seconds before it retreated back into the sky as quickly as it had come. It was then that Clint realized he'd better get out of there before the storm got any worse. The footage that Clint captured that day could easily make the cover of National Geographic. He was extremely lucky that he hadn't decided to walk along the beach, because he could have been seriously hurt. Just watch the video below as the lightning came out of nowhere. Have you ever seen anything that terrifying? It's like something straight out of a sci-fi film. Share this unbelievable footage with your friends below.